How may I help?
Hello again and welcome back to Storm Talk. Today we're going to be taking a look at Valla, the Demon Hunter. Take a moment to read her backstory. We'll take a moment to take a look at her character model. Valla is one of the playable characters from Diablo 3. Her trait is Hatred. Basic attacks will grant bonus attack damage and movement speed for a short time. Her basic abilities are Hungering Arrow. 60 mana, 14-second cooldown. Fire an arrow which seeks out to strike multiple enemies. Multi-shot damages enemies in an area. It says area, it's actually a cone. Well, I guess a cone's technically an area. And Vault, dash to a location. Her heroic abilities are Rain of Vengeance.
Will you not aid me in my vengeance?
Bombard an area for heavy damage and stuns enemies for a short duration. And Strafe. Unleash a flurry of arrows at nearby enemies, dealing rapid damage. Her skins and variation are her Demon Hunter and variations. Master Valla and variations. Vampire Slayer and variations. And Angelic with variations. I'm going to be going for Vampire Hunter flat. Let's go ahead and try this out.
Choose a talent. Let us move.
Okay. To demonstrate her abilities, you have her E, Vault. Pretty self-explanatory. W, Multi-Shot, is in a cone. And Hungering Arrow. Fires an arrow for 81 damage and 2 additional at 40 apiece.
Swift and silent.
Now to demonstrate these in combat, Hungering Arrow will find a target and attack more. Multi-Shot, AoE. Plain and simple.
A clever ploy.
Her trait, Hatred, basic attacks will grant a stack of Hatred. You can stack Hatred 10 times. Each one will give you 2% basic attack damage and 1% movement speed. So up to 20% damage just because you keep shooting people. Not a bad boy. Take a look at her stats. She has 700 HP with 1.46 regeneration, 500 mana with 3 regeneration, 5.5 range, 1.67 attacks per second, making her an extremely fast attacker. And she does 28 damage.
Choose a talent.
You can see her stats change as she levels up.
Choose a talent.
At level 30, she has 3,890 HP, 8.03 regeneration, 790 mana with 5.83 regeneration, and 289 damage per shot. Hungering Arrow deals 516 damage with 258 for each substance. Multi-Shot deals 510 damage to every target, and Bolt is still a Bolt. Now let's take a look at her talents. At level 1, you have cost-effective materials. Reduces the cost of Hungering Arrows by 30. That's half. Or Siphoning Arrow. 50% of the damage dealt by Hungering Arrow is returned as health. 50% is the main damage, because the 2 additional strikes each deal half that damage. Later on, you get composite arrows, increases the range of multi-shot by 20%. Rancor, each stack of hatred also increases your attack speed by 2%. Or punishment, using an ability will grant you 2 stacks of hatred. I take Rancor, like, almost every time. However, when you're early on, you take Siphoning Arrow. So we're going to take Siphoning Arrow.
Choose a talent.
Now, with Rancor, Vampiric Assault is amazing. You're gaining 2% attack damage every time you hit. You're gaining 2% attack speed, which means you're hitting faster. Yeah, it just feeds in really well. She has Mana Core. Every third basic attack will deal 50% extra damage. This is her personal variation on a general talent. Puncturing Arrow. Hungering Arrow's range is increased by 25%, and the number of times it can bounce is increased to 3, which actually increases the amount you heal. And Arsenal. Multi-Strike also fires 3 grenades, which will deal 206 damage. Vampiric Assault's pretty much your go-to here. However, if you do take cost-effective, siphoning, or composite, you'll want to take whichever one corresponds to it. We're going to go Manticore, just to kind of see how it does. At level 7, you get Battle Momentum and Searing Attack, which are both general talents. You also get Repeating Arrow. Cooldown for Hungering Arrow is reset whenever you use Volt. Again, if you've taken one of your Qs, and you take Puncturing Arrow, you're probably going to want to get Repeating. Or Caltrops. Drop 3 Caltrops when Volting. Each one will deal 85 damage. Yeah, 85 at level 30. It's really small. And slow enemies by 20%.
Choose a talent.
So to demonstrate that one,
My hunt continues.
now we're going to take Strafe. Rapidly attack nearby visible enemies for 218 damage per hit. Prioritizes heroes over minions. Valla is able to use Vault while strafing.
Choose a talent.
So, to demonstrate that, yeah, plain and simple. This is the ability most people take. It does a lot of damage. Now at level 13, you have the general talent Spell Shield and Giant Killer. Frost Shot, which adds a slow to your multi-shot. Hot Pursuits. When at 10 stacks of hatred, your movement speed bonus is increased to 20% total. Basically changes it from 1% to 2% per stack. Or Tempered by Discipline. Gain 10 stacks of Discipline after hatred stacks are maxed out. Bonus attacks heal for 3% of damage dealt per stack of Discipline. Which basically means, along with gaining hatred, after you're done gaining hatred, you gain Discipline, which starts healing you. Which works really well with Rancor. We're going to take Giant Killer.
Choose a talent.
With level 16, you have Executioner, Blood for Blood, and Stone Skin, all general talents. And Tumble. I usually take Tumble because it gives you an extra Volt, and Volt is good. And did I just take the wrong talent? I just took the wrong talent. Whoops. Okay, I took Fury of the Storms on accident. What I was willing to take is Vengeance. Strafe also fires penetrating bolts in a line for 109 damage once every quarter of a second. I'll demonstrate that one a little bit later. But first off, let's just kind of... we have this. Let's go ahead and look at it. So, going into combat. Get in a little closer. And drop him dead. You can use Strafe to just drop towers. Simple enough.
Choose a talent. Let us move.
Let's level up. Okay.
Choose a talent.
Now, this time, I have no clue what other talents I picked up. Reset force, toggle minions. I've now taken the vengeance. So as you can see, as I'm strafing, I'll have shots that will shoot out. Those shots penetrate, which pretty simply enough means that they not only do they hit the people who are getting hit, but they hit the people behind them. It's really good for taking out entire groups. Anyway, this time we're gonna take Rancor, and we're actually just gonna level ourselves up.
Choose a talent.
Now, as I was saying, we could either take Vampiric Assault or Manticore. We're going to be focusing a lot on basic attacks this time. So, along with basic attacks, we're going to need utility, such as healing.
Choose a talent.
And let's see here. We don't really need anything else, so we could take Searing Attack, but let's go ahead and just go with Caltrop so we have a little bit of slow with us. Rain of Vengeance. Launch 2 waves of a Shadow Beast that deals 790 damage to an enemy and stuns them for half a second per wave.
Choose a talent.
To demonstrate that,
A clever ploy.
plain and simple, you just drop a person, and then a couple seconds later, or a little bit of time later, demonstrate that on minions.
Choose a talent.
So it drops in, hits them, drops in again, does a lot of damage.
Yes, I see.
It's not as powerful as Strife straight on in a fight, but a mix with the stun and mixed with some teammates, you can devastate people with it.
A fine.
And we're going to take Storm of Vengeance, which increases the number of Shadow Beast waves to 4
Nothing
from
will
2.
stop me now.
So, let's go ahead and show this in a fight. So,
Through here.
start off this wave, just going to drop Shadow Beast. So, as you can see, I'm gaining Discipline, which looks a lot like Vampire for some weird reason. And I'm gaining a lot of health really fast. As you can see, I'm easily capable of just walking through groups. Now, if instead of taking Tempered by Discipline, I'd taken Giant Killer, then I'd be doing a lot more damage to heroes, but I wouldn't be healing by 3% of my damage. So, mixed with that, I'm healing by 30% damage at max stats, plus 15% of my damage from Vampiric. Yeah, that's, what, 45% damage if they did flat? I'm not even going to do the math on if they did combining percentages. One thing that'd be nice, maybe if they had, like, oh, they do have life steal. So, 15% life steal right now. Let's go ahead and request support. So yes, 45% life steal at 347 damage. That means I'm healing faster than towers can hurt me. And I'm healing faster than big buildings like this keep can hurt me. even with its slow down ability. Also note, at full stacks, I have a full 2 attacks per second,
As you wish.
which, just plain and simple, is nice.
Look here. Do you want more?
Just go ahead and walk through this. Okay,
Yes,
now that I'm on the
I
outside,
see.
this was my storm talk on Valla, the Demon Hunter. I hope it was fun and informative, and just get rid of all these stacks so I don't have that awkward line. Okay, I hope that this episode was fun and informative, and have a nice day.